Before Lord Buddha was born as Prince Siddhartha, the one who would become the Buddha, he lived many lives. In each life, he showed great wisdom, kindness, and selflessness. These past lives are known as the Jataka Tales, stories of his journey toward enlightenment. Today, we bring you one such tale, a story of sacrifice, courage, and leadership, the tale of the Monkey King. Deep in the heart of the jungle stood a mighty banyan tree. Its branches stretched wide, sheltering hundreds of monkeys. Its golden fruits were the sweetest in the world. And ruling over this kingdom was a noble and wise leader, the Monkey King. Unlike ordinary rulers, he was not just strong, but also kind, selfless, and wise. He cared for his people as a father cares for his children. Life in the jungle was peaceful until one day, something unexpected happened. One day, a ripe fruit fell from the great tree and drifted down the river. It floated past the trees, past the mountains, until it reached the kingdom of Benares. There, a human king found the golden fruit. The moment he tasted it, his eyes widened. "This is the most delicious fruit I have ever eaten," he exclaimed. But where did it come from? Determined to find the source, the king and his army followed the river upstream until they reached the heart of the jungle. The king and his men arrived at the banyan tree. Their eyes widened as they saw hundreds of monkeys feasting on the golden fruits. The king's heart filled with greed and anger. How dare these wild creatures eat what should belong to me? Raising his hand, he gave a cruel order. "Soldiers, kill them all. That tree shall be mine." Terror filled the jungle. The monkeys screamed in fear. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Monkey King watched in silence, his heart pounding. He knew that if he did not act now, his people would perish. He looked around and saw a cliff on the other side of the river. "That is our only hope," he thought. Without hesitation, he climbed to the highest branch of the banyan tree. Then, with one mighty leap, he jumped across the river. His strong hands grasped the cliff's edge. His feet stretched back, and in that moment, he became a bridge, hanging between life and death. The Monkey King cried out, "Go! Climb across my back, cross to safety." One by one, the monkeys rushed across, their tiny feet pressing into his skin, his body trembling, but he held on. He would not let go, but just when hope filled the air, betrayal struck. Among the monkeys, there was one who was jealous of the king's power. Seeing him weak, he thought, "This is my chance." Instead of crossing gently, he jumped hard on the Monkey King's back. The king's ribs cracked, his arms shook, his breath grew weak, but still he held on. And then his fingers slipped. The Monkey King fell. The king of Benares had watched everything. He was shaken. This monkey was willing to die for his people, he whispered. Overcome with guilt, he lowered his head. "Stop the attack," he commanded. This was a true king. That day, the human king learned the meaning of true leadership, not power, not wealth, but sacrifice. And so, the Monkey King's sacrifice was not in vain. His love, his courage, his wisdom would be remembered forever. For this was not an ordinary monkey. This was one of the many past lives of Bodhisattva, the one who would become the Buddha. His journey toward enlightenment had already begun. Did this story inspire you? What do you think is the true meaning of leadership and sacrifice? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more legendary tales of wisdom. See you in the next episode of The Past Lives of Lord Buddha.